In February 2011, Agnes Milowka ran out of air and died in the tank cave near Tantanoola. What happened to her? Why did she part ways with others? Let's delve straight into the details of the cave diving tragedy of Agnes Milowka. The whole incident of Agnes' demise is heartbreaking, but we can find solace in one thing: she passed away while pursuing her passion. She lived her dream of being a cave explorer to the fullest. Around Mount Gambier, Tank Caves stand as the best of all caves as it is full of mysteries. The intriguing mysteries of the cave led to Agnes' untimely demise. Let me tell you a bit about Tank Cave. The cave got its name from a water tank to right at the entrance. It is located in Mount Gambier in South Australia. To enter the cave, you must climb down a short ladder because the entrance is underground. Divers often find it thrilling to dive through the cave as the small surface of the cave leads to an extensive meze-like system, with over 23,000 feet of passage that cavers can dive through. It is challenging to dive through the passage. Very few divers take up this challenge. One of them was Agnes Milowka. Born in 1981 in Poland, Agnes's family moved to Melbourne, Australia. She grew up in Australia. Soon, she started to achieve remarkable success as a rower as she became a champion rower in her age group very soon. Her love for water and exploring underwater mysteries continued as, after school, she became the president of the Underwater Club and earned a degree in business marketing and maritime archaeology. Agnes was drawn to scuba diving quite early in her life. While completing her internship in St. Augustine, Florida, she was involved in many historic shipwrecks investigations. From the shipwrecks to caves in Florida, Agnes was in the right spot to become an avid diver. After completing her internship in Florida, she got certification in cave diving in Australia. Interestingly, Agnes Milowka never wanted to become a technical diver, but everything happens for a reason, I guess. Eventually, her passion took her to the deepest water and caves. She experienced the best of her feelings and became a technical diver. Also, Agnes was an underwater photographer, author, maritime archaeologist, and cave explorer. Soon Agnes became a part of many international diving projects and documentaries. It shouldn't come as a surprise that Agnes gained global fame as she was an international diver. She launched into deeper cave systems across Australia and Florida. Further, Agnes went far beyond places other divers had earlier gone. She was always successful in these adventures. Agnes was also a public speaker and author by profession. Her life journey indicated that she was dedicated to her passion. During the summer of 2007, Agnes completed an internship program at St. Augustine, Florida with the Lighthouse Archaeological Maritime Program LAMP, which was the research house of St. Augustine Lighthouse. This work introduced her to Florida diving, where she explored extensive cave systems. After that, cave exploration became more of an obsession for Agnes because she was constantly captivated by the sight of unknown passages and where they led. She was known for exploring, mapping new cave systems, pushing boundaries, and returning home with images from her adventures. She made these images public so the world could see what she experienced. The Gliders University graduate Agnes Milowka was drawn into cave diving after seeing a hole at the bottom of Piccinini Ponds, near Mount Gambier in 2004. Agnes and James Arundale explored the Elk River Steamway Cave System. The cave has the potential to become the most extended, continuous stream passage in Victoria, Australia. Agnes Milowka has the record for the longest cave dive in Australia for a female after she reached the midpoint of Craig Challen's 2008 line on an expedition near Kakubiti in 2009. She worked for some TV channels such as Discovery Channel Japan and the National Geography Nova TV expedition in 2008. In 2009, she was part of an expedition that looked for sinkholes in Queensland, Australia. Agnes also worked in a National Geographic magazine expedition to the Bahamas Cave as a photographic assistant. She laid more than 13,000 feet of line across several cave systems. The most significant of them was Baptizing Spring, also known as Mission. She and James Tolan added more than 9,800 feet to connect the Peacock and Baptizing Spring. Because of her passion, she started a TV series named Agnes Milowka Project, where she featured underwater cave footage shot by Wedge Smiles and Karst Productions. She worked as a cave diving instructor to the actors during James Cameron's film production. She won the award of Dive Exemplary Ambassador in 2011. Lastly, she worked for the Trimip fashion label in their short film titled Birth as a Diving Supervisor. The movie was dedicated in her name to honor her demise. Before the tank cave incident, Agnes had an interview with the Polish radio station where she was asked if the death of a fellow diver scared her a little. She replied, "I am not scared of diving. If anyone at any point can pass away, do you have to live your life as if tomorrow could be your last day? I love diving, and I am passionate about it. I don't think anything can stop me from doing this." Unfortunately, every extreme sport has risk associated with it. Sometimes it doesn't work out, but you do everything possible to not only do that one dive, but keep diving for many years. This shows the mentality and heart of the woman that even the fear of death couldn't stop her from pursuing her passion. She stayed true to it till her last breath. After learning about the unfortunate incident, many would conclude that it was Agnes' first time in the tank cave. However, it wasn't. She has explored the tank cave several times in the past, and she also wrote about the cave system, calling it the crowning jewel of all the caves in the region. However, she stated that the cave system was so complicated that it could be likened to a spider web. This was instead to warn intending cave divers to be extremely careful while navigating the tank cave. During her expedition to the tank cave, which she tweeted about on February 25, 2011, Agnes was exploring the extensive labyrinth of caves. Agnes ran out of air and suffocated after she became disoriented. Her body was found about 1,800 feet away from the entrance, submerged under 66 feet of water in a tight section of the cave, but she was not trapped before her death. Agnes died as a result of the silt she stirred up from cave walls and floor after she got separated from her diving partner. It was as if she remained calm till her last breath while trying to extricate herself. She couldn't see anything and was unable to get out of the cave before she ran out of air. Her death could also have been as a result of her aggression in the winding and narrow tunnels after diving into a very narrow rocky passage that took divers about an hour to reach. She was left alone because the place she dove into couldn't occupy 2 divers at a time. Consequently, it is not against the rules to dive by yourself under these certain conditions. The victim was reported missing at about 1:45 p.m. on Sunday, February 27th. Her fellow divers worked very hard before they could recover her body. A video of the past she took was recorded, which gave the retriever team the hope of finding her body without drilling through the earth above, as some suggested. The divers paired themselves using the guideline from the entrance of the cave. They positioned emergency tanks along the path they found to their deceased friend. Several hours after the missing report, the retriever team recovered her body about 1,970 feet into the cave system, including her diving buddy, Dr. Harris. That is all from today's video. Hope you have learned a lot about passion, following your dreams, and giving everything to pursue your dream from the cave diving story of Agnes Milowka. Thanks for staying with us till the end. Soon we will come again with another intriguing episode. Till then, it is goodbye from our side. We appreciate you taking the time to see this video. Take a deep breath, dive in, and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed what you saw. This way, you'll know as soon as we return with more thrilling tales.